Hello, we have exciting news today from the world of history. WH News has special guests coming in for personal interviews, and we'll get a special look at historical events. Today we are starting with the Byzantine Empire. This empire is known as the Eastern Roman Empire. It is a Greek-speaking society during the Middle Ages that began after the fall of the Roman Empire. The capital, Constantinople, stood tall during the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The Byzantine Empire was ruled by absolute authority from their emperors and monopolized the trade they learned from China. It grew into the largest size of the ruling under Justinian. He created this Justinian Code, which was the codification of Roman law that kept original Roman legal principles around. The arts and sciences also flourished under his rule. The empire was known for its mosaic art and the Hagia Sophia, a grand cathedral. However, everything must fall. As the riots began to occur, Justinian started to flee. Now we will head over to the Nico riots with Cassie.
I'm here at the Nico riots watching the crowds break loose. During the chariot races at the Colosseum, the Blues and Greens began to fight against each other. The fights have become bigger and bigger over the past week that Justinian has tried to flee. Oh wait, look, there he is, the man himself. Justinian and his wife Theodora. Sir, can we get a word?
Not at this moment.
It'll only take a second. What was the main reason you to create the Justinian Code?
The original law codes and laws were contradictory. The empire could not understand and needed a code that everyone could follow. My code takes the original laws and separates them into good and the bad.
What about the arts intrigue you? You created the Hagia Sophia that is separated from other architecture at this time.
The arts create something for people to see. They have a story, and anyone who creates them then will be known forever. The mosaics represent everything that is beautiful into a collection of similar beauty.
What do you plan to do to stop the revolts?
I do not plan to stop them. I plan to leave them and let them fight their own battles.
No, you are coming with me.
Bye guys.
And I've written those.
Well, with that, we will head over to Western Europe. This empire began after the split of the Roman Empire into the East and West. The western half fell but began to come back. The religion kept a strong foothold that paved the way for the empire to come back. In the West, the Roman Catholic emperors saw the Pope as a leader of the church. This began to cause conflict between the East and the West, but tolerated each other for a time. Eventually, however, the differences became too great, creating the Great Schism in 1054. A debate between the two religions is going on, and we will get inside view from Sarah Chen.
We are here right now to see how the debate goes. She is Eastern Orthodox and she is representing Roman Catholic Church. Let's watch.
Icons should not be used in the holy sanctimony of worship. We are not to worship idols but God himself. Priests also have the right to marry. People have free will and can do what they wish under the rule of God.
Why do you let the patriarch rule? It is the Pope, the one who speaks for God, who should rule the church. He knows what the word means and how to use it in life. Also, Christmas, the birth of Christ, is greater than Easter. Christmas is the creation of God on earth, while Easter is the rebirth of Christ on earth.
As you can see, the two religions have very different ideals of the church. Eastern Orthodox influenced the East, while Roman Catholic influenced the West. With this disagreement, the two religions will never be able to agree. We will be back for more news in a minute.
You ever been a merchant that needs to cross the Sahara Desert, but it just seems to take too long? Well, I've got the product for you. Our very new camel saddle. It allows you to ride on a camel, and they can last 10 days without water. This promotes trade, and it's created between 600 and 1450 CE. It also helps merchants who are selling like gold, ivory, and salt to just get their products to different places. Buy it now.
Welcome back. We have seen the Nico riots in the Byzantine Empire and a personal interview with Justinian. We are also headed to Western Europe for the Great Schism. Now we will head to a historical corner for an interview with Charles Montel by Sandra Caspian.
Welcome to Historical Corner, where we show you history. Today our special guest is Charles Martel. As the Islamic religion began to spread, it started to invade other countries outside of the Middle East. Muslim Berbers from North Africa began to invade Spain. This man stopped them from entering France where he got his nickname Charles the Hammer. What is your opinion on how you may have changed history from stopping the religion from spreading into Europe?
Well, if I hadn't stopped the religion, then it may have changed society today. People would have converted to Islam to stop having to pay against not being Muslim. Roman Catholicism and Eastern Orthodox may have died out, or the church would have lost great pull on the empire. This would have caused more wars and friction between the religions.
Wow, I had no idea that could have happened. What would happen if you were to die? What would the empire do?
I plan to let my son Pepin rule. What happens to the empire is up to him. However, under my control, I started the Carolingian dynasty to reunite the empire.
Thank you for your opinion, but we are out of time. Back to Jessica.
To be suffering from low agricultural production and trading is for you? Well, look right behind me. We have the newest product for you. It's called a chinampa, created by the Aztecs. It's used in aquatic environments. It's made from reeds and mud, and they just float in the water, so then you can grow tons of crops on top, like corn, beans, and peppers. They're perfect if you need to rise your population. Try it now.
Thank you. As you could tell from Charles, the Islamic region tried to infiltrate many areas. Other such ones were in Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa. The religion was spread primarily through merchants and missionary activity. We will head back to the historical corner for some more information on these areas, how they connect.
You can see here, Islam spread from the now Middle East into Sub-Saharan Africa. Islam provided the major external contact between the area of Africa and the rest of the world in 1450. New centers of civilization and political power arose in these areas. The civilizations that developed were diverse with few similarities. Some had great contact with others, while many decided to stay remote. Islam then spread from these stateless societies or areas with no hierarchy government into Southeast Asia. When Islam spread here to India, it opened a pathway to Southeast Asia. The religion spread along the Indian Ocean trade routes. By the 13th century, Islam had completely engulfed Southeast Asia through peaceful and voluntary matters. Once key trading centers had been converted, the rest just followed. Many were allowed to keep their beliefs as long as they paid tribute to Allah, Arabic word for God, and followed Islamic doctrines. To discuss more about Islam, here's Ibn Battuta, the man who scribed his travels, which is used by many Hajj travelers. Welcome. The first question is, how did you discover the Islamic religion?
I was born in Tangier, Morocco, where I studied Islamic law and Arabic literature. After I had completed my studies, I left home to discover more about Islam. I made several trips to Mecca, which sparked my interest even more. The more I saw, the more I loved the religion.
Where did you travel, and how did this affect the other travelers?
For three decades, I traveled to Constantinople and the Byzantine Empire to India, then to Spain and West Africa and Mali. Over the years, I began to document my travels that others follow today. Muslims today who are trying to reach Mecca read my narrations and followed them to their destination. My writings have also created a view into life in Islamic land and how Islam created ties across many diverse cultures.
Thank you. That's all we have for today. See you next time at Historical Corner. Back to Jessica.
Wonderful description of the spread of Islam. Breaking news: we have eyes in South America after the creation of the Mayan calendar.
Welcome to the area of the Maya territory. It is located between southern Mexico and Guatemala. We are here to see the creation of the Mayan calendar. The Mayans behind me are working on it right now. Their calendar consists of several cycles or counts of different lengths. This is called a glyph, which is a symbol that represents a day in the Mayan Zolkin, or 260-day calendar. The calendar combines 20 of these different symbols or day names and the 13-day numbers to produce a unique calendar. The Zolkin calendar is used for the time of religious and ceremonial events. The The calendar they are working on behind me is a combination of the Zolkin calendar and the Haba or Mayan solar calendar. All we have for today on the Mayan calendar. Now let's head over to Dear Abby for a quick message on Greek philosophies.
Today on Dear Abby, we have a letter from Grace. This is what it says. Classical Greek philosophies have seemed to have disappeared from Western Europe. Do you know anywhere I can learn about these philosophies? My father has seemed a lost sight of science. Please help. Well, Grace, I have exactly what you need. Greece philosophies have entered back into Western Europe. They are in Andalus in center Spain. They are a philosophy center, and they encourage scholars to bring their own philosophies. A new idea that has also come about is scholatism by Thomas Aquinas. It is the mixing of Greek philosophies and Christianity. One of his ideas was he took Aristotle and created this revolutionary idea of proving that God existed. If you visit there, you can also learn about technologies from around the world. I hope this has helped you.